Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and today I want to show you how I made some of these sewing themed ephemera. And a lot of it it's from digitals. This one particular one is from Redeemable Junk on Etsy by Brittany Josh Sanders. And I've had this kit for a few years now, but and I've actually made something with it before a year or two ago. And I'll have a link down below on how I did it. And basically, like these right here, these were made with like the ink pen and the Glossy Accents. And that's how a lot of these were made. And I'm not going to show you how I did these because I'll just have a link in the description showing how I did these, because I've done these before like this. It just gives it a 3D effect, you know. And but I will show you how I made these right here. And this is like Velcro. You take that off, and you can actually use this in like your traveler's journal, and just add some real string on there to take it with you as you go wherever, travel. You know, both of these are basically the same. Has a Velcro attachment, and you could use Velcro or you could use magnets or, you know, whatever. And like I said, it's got like real string on there that you can use to take with you, or even if it's not a traveler's journal, if you're not traveling, just to have it in a kit or whatever. And then this right here, basically all I did was print this out twice. I printed it out on vellum and on cardstock, and then I cut out the center, and then I stitched the vellum part to this front part of the envelope. And then I just stitched it on to some white cardstock, and then we have our pocket. And you can put something down in there or whatever. And then I just added a little bit of Glossy Accents down here just to kind of make the whole thing pop. So I'll be showing you how to make these two, but everything else is just, you know, basically just ink pen and Glossy Accents is all those are. And then I just have just some basic tags that came from the kit. All these came from that same kit. Just, it's gorgeous. She has some gorgeous papers and things like that. Like I said, I'm trying to use it all my digitals, not all of them, because I have way too many digitals. There's just no way I can get them all done. But I'm trying to make some kits, some sewing themed kits, and you already saw what I made on the last video when I made these little things. So I'm trying to make, you know, a whole little set, little kit. Anyway, so let me go ahead and show you how I made, I'm just going to show you basically just one of these because it's the exact same concept. This concept is the same as that. So I'll just show you how to make this one right here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so basically I printed these out twice, and we're just going to cut it out. I'm just going to cut this image carefully, cut the image out from the center. Just try to be careful not to damage it as you're cutting it. And I use these little, these small scissors. What do you call them? I can't think of the name of the type of scissors. But anyway, they're my go-to scissors for stuff like this. Some people can use big ones, but I have to use smaller ones in order to get up into the crevices, the hard to reach areas. And then I just fussy cut it out carefully. And I'll probably, off camera, I'll probably do that one, and I may even do that too. I would have to print this out again, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do that again. I might do this one off camera, and of course just cut that out, and just cut this and just leave it flat instead of like 3D like I did that other one. Or make something else with it, because since I've already printed it out, I like to just go ahead and cut everything out and do something with it. So I'm just carefully getting this. I'm trying. to get that little circle. Okay. So now I'm just going to, where's my big scissors at? Like I said, I'm going to cut the frame of it out. And you can cut the frame out first and then cut it, or however you want to do it, you know. So, I'm just going to carefully get that. I just want this to be a quick process video. It's not going to take very long. Okay. I'm going to set the rest of this stuff over to the side. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take some archival ink, or you can just use any kind of like acid-free permanent ink of your choice. And I'm just going to distress around the edges of this. I'm also going to distress inside here, like the shell of where I just got finished cutting it at, the negative. Because we're going to be, it's going to use this like a shadow. And then we're going to get our pens out. You could use a ballpoint pen, or you could use, I have a paint pen. I think I'm going to use my paint pen. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down to this black cardstock, because it's going to be getting cut back out in a little bit. So we're going to stick this on here. And this, when I add it to like cardstock, it just makes it stronger and more sturdy so it doesn't tear, especially if you're going to be wrapping thread around it. Because you don't want it too flimsy. Because right now I'm using 60-pound cardstock. I think it's 60 pound. It's from Michaels. Yeah. And it's, although it's kind of thick, it's not thick enough, you know, to hold the string like we're getting ready to make. So let me get my pen. Okay, and I'm just basically using some acrylic paint pens by Morfone. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit and show you what I'm doing. I've done this process plenty of times. Basically, all you're doing is just kind of outlining the image. Just to kind of highlight it and make it pop. And this is what really helps that glossy accents show off or make the image more pronounced. I hope you, can you see? Let me make sure I'm in frame. Sometimes I'll get so caught up in my craft that I forget that you guys can't see. So hopefully you can. Okay, so we have that, and then I'm going to also go over the needle. Okay, so Now we're just going to take some Glossy Accents. And we're just going to go over just little bits and pieces of it. I'll cover that completely. And just kind of go around the edge of some of these. And can you see how it makes it kind of stick out? That black ink, once that Glossy Accents hits it, it makes it a little bit more pronounced. I like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the needles. Give it a little bit. Now it's going to take a few hours for this to dry. Or I always like to wait a few hours just to make sure that it's going to turn out right. So in a few hours, I'll be right back. So I've decided I'm just going to show you how to do these instead of these, which is basically the same thing. It's the same concept, but since I'm letting this Glossy Accents dry on all these, I'm just going to go ahead and show you the process with these instead. So basically all I did was the same thing I did over there. I just kind of went around the edges. You didn't need to cut out 2 sets. I was thinking of the other project I did where you did have to cut out 2 of those corsets, but you only had to just print out just 1 sheet. You didn't need to do 2 sheets. But since if you want to do it in bulk, you may as well go ahead and do it in 2s. So I just, cut these out of the shells, and the same way I did those other ones, and then just took some of those, the acrylic paint pens, the Morfone acrylic paint pens, and went around the edges, just try to highlight it a little bit. And now I'm just going to fussy cut these back out of the black. And like I said, the reason why I even glue it to cardstock is just, it makes it more sturdy. And especially if you're going to be wrapping some ribbon, or not ribbon, but, well, you could use ribbon. I'm just going to be using some twine. And you can use whatever you have. You can use actual thread, or twine, ribbon, whatever you want to use, lace, if you have any. Whatever you want to use, it's fine. But I wanted to find something that kind of matched these colors. And this is optional for this right here, but I went on ahead and I'm going to try to cut this center little piece out. I just kind of pierce a hole in it, and then just carefully take my embroidery scissors and try to get it out as best I can without distorting it too much. Yeah, these embroidery scissors come in handy when I'm working on hard to reach items. And it's hard to fussy cut out stuff. These are my go-to scissors. But use what you have, or whatever you're more comfortable with. Some people don't like small scissors because it hurts their hands. And I understand. Just use what you have. Alright, so I'm just going to finish fussy cutting these out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so basically all I'm doing with this is I'm going to unwind however much string. I'm not even measuring. I'm just getting some. You can measure yours out, but I'm not. And like, this is just an option. I'm just going to push a little bit through here. And then I'm just going to take a piece of masking tape. Not masking tape, but what do you call this? Scotch tape. And I'm just going to tape this down. Keep it in place. And the reason why I use the Scotch tape is because I'm using it to I hold it in place, but it's not like permanent. You can still take it out. And then I'm just going to go wrap it around. Real simple and easy. And if you don't want it super thick, you can use thinner string, or you can use even less amounts of string. Whatever you want is totally up to you. Depends on if what you're going to use it for. Is it going to be for a traveler's journal, or is it, what's it going to be for? You know, and then how much do you want to use with it? And then I'm just going to kind of weave it in here. Make sure I'm in frame. Just going to kind of weave it underneath some of these layers. If you wanted to, you could get a needle and like take it through there. So if you can't, but I can't talk straight. If you have a hard time getting it in there up underneath some of these layers, you can take a needle to push it through there, or use some scissors like I'm getting ready to do. Just push it in there and grab it. And this is basically just trying to secure it in place, you know. And then you can wrap it again, or if you want to, you can just cut it. And that's totally fine. Maybe tuck it down again, going the other way. And then you're just basically going to add some Velcro dots. And once again, these come from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to put one here. Basically 4 of them. And if you wanted to make sure that the string isn't going to go anywhere, you could actually like put this over top of it. But it just depends on what you, if you want it to stay in place and not ever use the string, you could just put this over top of it so it glues and stays in place or whatever. But if you're probably going to use it, then I don't think I would do that, because you're going to need to be able to grab your string and pull it and use it for whatever you're going to use it for. There's so many options when it comes to these paper crafts, you know. So I'm just going to put one here. And we just simply line it up. Wait a minute, is this upside down? No, it's not upside down. I had to look at the other one to make sure. And you've got it. You've got your, what do you call it? Your little old bobbin or whatever it is. Okay, so we're going to do this one the exact same way. We're just going to take some string. And like I said, you can measure it if you want to. Maybe at an arm's length once, twice, 3 times, I don't know, 4 times at most. If you don't want it too thick. But I don't know. Ouch, I just cut myself. That wasn't good. Make sure I'm not bleeding or anything. Okay, I'm good. Alright, so crafting can be quite harmful if you're not careful. Alright, so I'm still making sure I'm not bleeding or anything, guys. Alright, so we're just going to have our little string come through there. Get our little Scotch tape. Yeah, we're good. Tape that down in place. And when that other one dries, when this dries, I'm going to do the exact same thing to it. And that's how I got that other one. Let me go put a Band-Aid on it. Alright, so I washed it and put some ointment on it. So we're good. So let's get it back to this. We're just going to wrap it around. You know, however far down you want it or however thick you want it, you can do just that. And we're going to go ahead and put this up through there. It does help to have a needle available to pull the string through, but as long as it goes in there up underneath the wrapped part, you're good to kind of keep it in place. And it's going to stay in place too, because once it's got that Velcro on it, that'll keep it from moving, hopefully. Then we're just going to add our Velcro like we did the rest of it. And you may not need 4. You could actually just probably use 2. But I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and use 4. I got to get some more. Got to make another trip to the Dollar Tree. Spend more money. There's that one. And this is literally my last one. Because I can't find the rest of them. Lo and behold, I found this. It had fell on the floor. We're getting ready to use this. Take that string out of there. Bam, there we go. Got us some Velcro. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to put this one here. And voila. We have our little, what do you call these little things? Bobbins. And then, like I said, whenever those other ones dry, we're going to have this style whenever these get done. So, yeah. I like to do things in batches. That way I can just get it done and over with. Not to sound like I'm not having fun or anything, but when I'm on a mission, I want to complete it and then just, yeah. But so, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if it's inspirational, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos and my blog and social media sites. And like I said, I'll have a link down in the description for how I did some of the glossy accents and things like that, which basically I just showed you on those over there. So, but I also have that video link below. So, thank you guys so much for watching.